अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Om. Verse 73. आनन्दादिभिः स्थूलादिभिः आत्मा अत्र लक्षितः अखण्डैकरसः सोऽहम् अस्मित्येवमुपासते. So we are seeing the possibility of this Nirguna Brahma Upasana. I mean, Vidyaranya is arguing against, not against, in favor of this Nirguna Brahma Upasana, that it is possible. He showed the references and all that. And then the Purvapaksha said, how Nirguna Brahma, then Brahma Sutra reference also has been given, where the Gunopasamhara has been done by the Vyasacharya ji, and with respect to Nirguna Brahma Upasana, Gunopasamhara. So, attributes, the combination of the attributes with respect to the Brahman, which is attribute free. Then, when Vidyaranya said that, right, that this is the Gunopasamhara has been done by Vyasacharya ji for Nirguna Brahma, then he said, well, now I can't say anything against Purvapakshi said. And he accepted and he started giving explanation that gunas are of two types, Prasiddha Guna and the Swarupa Guna. So Prasiddha Guna means basically the gunas which we know, like all this, like red rose and other things. Means red is a guna and the rose is a guni, etc. Dravya. And the guna dravya relationship also is that relationship is non-separate. I mean, they are non-separate from each other, etc. So he said Prasiddha Gunas are also there, then Swarupa Guna also. So those Prasiddha Gunas means they are really gunas present in the guni. But Swarupa Guna means figuratively we call guna, like Satchidananda and so Anandadibhi, Asthuladibihi. And so these gunas are figuratively called gunas, but actually it is a Swarupa. Like I gave you the example of a heat in the fire. So definitely heat in the fire, like hot water when you say, then that hot adjective for the water, that relationship is there right now. It's an incidental. Then it goes away also. Then you won't use hot water, you say cold water. So, but definitely that guna, the heat, etc. remains in some guni. Right now it is in water, later it may be in something else. That is fine. So that is a Prasiddha Guna, where guna cannot be separated from the guni, but it is still incidental. That is a Prasiddha Guna. But Swarupa Guna means they are intrinsic. So Satchidananda, Sthula Anu, etc. And he said there are two types of gunas. Swarupa Guna also. So, Videya Gunas and Nishedya. Means, Vyasacharya ji has combined these gunas Videya Mukhena and Nishedya Mukhena. He said this with the combination of the gunas should be done, and that Swarupa Gunas are of two types. One is Videya Guna, like Satchidananda, they are Videya Gunas, in a positive way of describing Brahman, and Nishedya Mukhena. So by way of negating something which Brahman is not, like Asthulam, Aranahu, Arasvam, Adirgam, Achayam, etc. That is from the Akshara Brahmana in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And Vyasacharya said you should combine them both, actually, because both are indicating, we saw the four factors also. On account of that, you can combine. And one of that is the object of meditation. That is here Nirguna Brahma only. Whether you describe in a positive way the gunas or you describe in a negative way, but it is ultimately for that Nirguna Brahma which is an object of meditation. And therefore, you can combine. And Upanishad, both the types of gunas are there. Some Upanishad describe Nirguna Brahma in a positive way, some describe in a negative way. negative words which Brahman is not, we have to negate it also. So anyway, so this is and that combination should be done. So all this he explained everything, and then finally he felt, but why we use this word guna? Sarupa guna, you say. So why you are compelled? He asked us, why you are compelled to use this word guna? Because why? Ultimately, Vyasacharya ji has done the gunopasamhara. So, and vidhe mukhena, nishedya mukhena, but it is a sarupa only, right? Then why but gunopasamhara? It is then because they are not guna at all. So, gunas of a nirguna Brahma, how it is possible? I somehow still not able to reconcile with that, Purapakshi says. So, even sarupa gunas like Sachidananda, etc., we use this word Satchit, Ananda, etc. for the Nirguna Brahma. Well, from the standpoint of a Vyavaharik Prapancha, this the Prapancha, we started explaining to him. Like, these are the gunas, these are the gunas of the Nirguna Brahma as the Adhisthana. Adhisthana of the Jagat, Vyavaharik Jagat. So when we say Sat, then definitely means absolute existence. The Brahman is of the nature of absolute existence. Brahman is something which is ever existent, which is timeless. That we say Sat with reference to the Vyavaharik Jagat, which is incidental, which existence is not the absolute. And the Jagat comes and goes, etc. So with respect to that, the Adhishthanam of that Vyavaharik Prapancha which comes and goes, we say the Adhishthanam, the Brahman, is absolute existence. So word Sat we definitely say with reference to something which is Asat. And therefore, really speaking, the word Sat is just indicating. The word Sat is not a part, as though a part of it. Like the red rose, etc. The red is a part of that rose. Don't think that way. The Sat guna is there in the absolute existence guna is there in the Brahman. No. It's just an indicator. So he says gunanam lakshakatvena. Lakshaka means indicating. Just it's implied there. To tell the truth of the entire Jagat, basically the Jagat which comes and goes, which is Agama Pai, etc., which arises and goes away. With respect to that, its Adhishthanam is truth, its content. That there is a Adhishthanam of that, such a Jagat, which is temporary, etc. We tell Brahman has absolute existence. In fact, what comes and goes, the existence which is incidental, is always a borrowed one. Anything which comes and goes does not have an intrinsic existence. And therefore, right now when it arrives and you say it exists, definitely it has borrowed from something. If it is on its own, then it will not go away. It will be always there. Anything which is incidental is borrowed. The heat, when we say hot water, the heat, that property, attribute in the water, if it is incidental, it is borrowed. Always borrowed. And therefore, we should always remember this, that borrowed from what? From its Adhishthanam, from which it is non-separate. The Jagat is non-separate from the Brahman. Then definitely if Jagat comes and goes, means the existence is incidental, means it is borrowed from its Adhishthanam. Like the snake borrows existence from the rope, which is Adhishthanam. And therefore, it is Brahman is absolute existence, which lends existence to the Jagat, names and forms. Therefore, for such a Brahman, to indicate such a Brahman, we use the word Sat. There is don't think that Brahman has some guna called absolute existence. Nothing. So, please understand this very well. And then only the Upanishad statements, all Upanishad statements will be valid. Yadvacha anabhyuditam yenavag abhyudyate, etc. or yato vacho nivartante of the Taittiriya or anywhere else. Yato vacho, vacha means words without revealing Brahman written. When we say that, then even Satchidananda should return. What Satchidananda should return. Therefore, we say it is not a part of it. It is indicating. It's simply indicating this Nirguna Brahman. Okay, Sat. Then Chit also we said, with reference to the Jagat, which is Jadam. Well, the Adhishthanam, which is quite distinct from this, what is Jadam? Well, we say it is Chit, Chaitanya, consciousness, etc. And therefore, well, we use the word Chit also, consciousness, etc. for Brahman. Don't think consciousness is some intrinsic property of a Brahman. With reference to the Jagat, which is Jadam, well, it's Adhishthanam, which is quite distinct from it naturally. Adhishthanam is always distinct from what is Adhyastam. And therefore, if it Jagat, anywhere what you see the Jadam, well, we have to take its Adhishthanam as consciousness, because the Jadam cannot reveal itself. Jadam cannot reveal itself. Therefore, that must be pervaded by what? Consciousness. Therefore, consciousness, which is the real, pervaded means what? Swamiji, the way you cover with your body with the shawl, same way the Brahman pervades any name and form, covers. No, pervades means pervades. Yeah. In name and form, to whatever extent you go, it is all revealed, right? Whatever you start disintegrating that thing, I mean you segregate, like you take a pot, and pot is, you say it is a pot. Well, then pot is object of knowledge. Yeah, pot is object of knowledge. Therefore, you say pot is. Okay, it is then, if it pot is object of knowledge means what? Object of consciousness. Means what? Well, pot is pervaded by consciousness. Okay. Pot is pervaded by consciousness. Now you start segregating, divide the pot. Oh, now it is all pieces of the, pot is broken. Well, pieces of the pot are there. Oh, how? It has revealed on its own? No. Then, well, it's an object of knowledge. That's how they say, you say they are there. Yeah, they are there because they are object of knowledge. Means object of consciousness, yeah. They are pervaded by consciousness, yeah. You, whatever the level you go, up to energy, you say atom and particle, right? Every level, it is an object of knowledge, therefore you say it is. And therefore its object of consciousness means consciousness pervades it. And therefore the whole part, inside, outside, whatever, the total part is taking bath, the form, taking bath in consciousness. Please understand, the content of pot is not clay. The content of pot is Asti Bhati Priyam. Asti Bhati Priyam. That's it. Priyam, because we say, Swamiji, but I don't like pot. You may like pot. I don't like. Okay, no problem. Everything need not be an object of knowledge. Therefore, certain things also, they become object. We like them when they go. Yeah. And certain objects, when they arrive, that will go. So, they say, some people always, they very nicely say, some people always, wherever they go, they become an object of knowledge. And some people, whenever they go, they become an object of love, not knowledge. Some people, whenever they go, they become object of love. Some people, wherever they go, they become object of love. It is there. So that is how some people, when they leave us, we like them. Some people, when they come, then we like them. So that is how it is. Anyway, need not be an object of love. And one more thing, anything in the creation can become an object of love, and therefore everything has potential. Everything has a potential to become an object of love for you. Anything, any damn thing, I am telling you, any damn thing can become an object of love potentially. It is there, potential is there, it can become an object of love. Anyway, and therefore it is pervaded. The form is totally pervaded. Very existence is borrowed from the Sat, Asti. The very consciousness is borrowed because it is revealing. Therefore, it has borrowed as the consciousness or pervaded by consciousness. So it is borrowed conscious. It has a borrowed consciousness. Therefore, it is revealed. can become an object of knowledge. And he bhati, and it becomes priya. So therefore, with respect to this Vyavaharik Jagat, we use, well, with the Asat Jagat, with Achit Jagat, or which Priyam, etc. Well, ultimately we say this. Or else, if you don't like this, I will give you another explanation. So, well, Satchit Ananda we said, so well, that's for Brahman. So, with respect to Vyavaharik Jagat, we can say all the objects in the world definitely they give Ananda, but temporary. That's also incidental, like Satchit, etc. is, the world comes and goes, its existence is incidental. Well, it appears, it becomes an object of knowledge, it doesn't become an object of knowledge. Well, that's also incidental. And this Ananda also is incidental. That Ananda, which we call the experiential Ananda, born of a certain sensory objects or objects of your imagination, etc., which can give you Ananda, but that's a Pratibimba Ananda, or born of experience, and they go away, and that Ananda goes away. It's incidental. Therefore, that also is borrowed from this Brahman, which is a Ananda Swarupa. And therefore, with respect to this Jagat, which is Vyavaharika Jagat, which has this as an incidental property, the existence and the consciousness and even this Ananda, well, we say all the three are in absolute. Other way also. Swamiji, consciousness is incidental in the Vyavaharik Jagat. How? Very, very true. This body, right now conscious, right? Body is conscious right now. How many hours? Till you are in a waking state. Then till then this you are conscious of. In a deep sleep state, you are not conscious of the body. Body is not conscious. That's how people, you get, suppose a bite, something bites you, all like a mosquito, etc. bites you. Sometimes you don't realize also. Right now, if it bites you, you know. Because it is conscious. In deep sleep state, that mosquito bites, you don't know. In morning, you may know that something has bitten you, some insect, etc. Or else, when it dies, consciousness goes away. That's how it is. Therefore, the world has all these three incidentally. It is there, it won't be there. Earlier, it was not there, something like that. And therefore, Satchidananda is incidental in case of Vyavaharik Jagat. It's there in absolute sense as nature, intrinsic in Brahman. So, word Satchidananda only to indicate that Brahman, and nothing that don't think they have the real properties lying in the. There is a Brahman which is a guni, which is some kind of a substance, and in that these properties are there, which is there all the time. No. So, the word guna, etc., we have used with respect, the word Satchidananda as a guna we have used, and with respect to this Vyavaharik Jagat only. So, don't take it in a literal sense that they are gunas as such in the Brahman. Don't think that way. So, gunanam lakshakatvena, na antah praveshana. So, they can't be included in Nirgun Brahma. Therefore, there is no Vyavahara possible. Vyavahara means here this, verbal transaction with the Brahman, not possible. Brahman is avyavaharya, and therefore not available for any transaction, including verbal transaction. Not available for Jnana Vyavahara. There are three, Shabda Vyavahara, Jnana Vyavahara, Karma Vyavahara. So, three types of transaction. Either you can transact in some kind of with a certain activity, like you can hold this, right? So it's a transaction. This is available for transaction, for holding, for anything, for dropping, anything. So, well, this kind of transaction is not possible with Brahman. Jnana Vyavahara becomes an object of knowledge for you. You are the knower. That kind of transaction is not possible. And you use some word, for Brahman, Nirgunam Brahman, and thereby it is revealed. No. This which we are, it's not available for any Vyavahara, right? Avyavaharya, Prapanchopashamaha, Chaturtha, Mandukya Karika said very beautifully. and therefore not available for any transaction. What is anatma is available for transaction. Either karma vyavahara or jnana vyavahara, and to indicate that thing anatma, which is an object of our knowledge, jnana vyavahara, we use some name. That's called shabda vyavahara. And for, well, definitely this is not there, and therefore na anta praveshanam, they can't be included in Nirguna Brahma, this Satchidananda, etc. And Vidyaranya says, well, I am proud of you. Though you are explaining, I have to explain you all these things. You yourself are giving all explanation. You created a doubt how what guna use for the guna Satchidananda is there for as a Swarupa guna. But you just say Swarupa, why you use guna? Why Vidyaranya, why Vyasacharya ji has to use word guna? Gunopasamhara with respect to Nirgunam Brahma. And there he talks about this Anandadaya and Asthuladi and all this, and so they should be combined. So we don't like this word guna at all for Nirgunam Brahma. And then, well, okay, that's your question. Then answer also he has given, that they are not intrinsic, etc. and these and that. I mean, they are not residing as such in that. They can be included in Nirgunam Brahma. They are just lakshakatvena. Lakshayati iti lakshakaha. They just indicate with respect to Vyavaharik Jagat, well, this is quite distinct, it is Adhishthanam, and to indicate that, well, we have to use this Satchitananda because the Jagat is, well, Asat, Achit, etc. And so, so iti chet, Vidyaranya says, if this is your contention, evameva, means evameva astu, tathastu. Well, our lots of blessings are there with you because you gave a beautiful explanation. So, and so now live it. Start upasana. Start doing aham brahmasmi. It doesn't take much time. Right now in front of me you can start aham brahmasmi, the way you say Om Namah Shivaya. Start. So Brahma Tattvam Upasyatam. Start. Brahma Tattvam Upasyatam. Nirguna Brahma Tattvam Upasyatam. May you meditate upon Upasyatam. So Upasyatam is, Upa plus as, and here it's a tam, itam, and tam. So that is potential. So third person singular. Brahma tattvam upasyatam. Tvaya. By you. We have to supply all this. Okay. And then verse 73. This is regarding 172. Okay. So now verse 73. So based on, well, this discussion, this Nirguna Brahma Upasana should be now practiced, doing Gunopasamhara, Videya and Nishedya, etc. You all can combine. So, Akhanda Ekarasaha, Lakshitaha Anandadibhi, Asthuladibi. So, well, that is Sohamasmiti Evam Upasate, etc. Akhanda Ekarasaha. This Nirguna Brahma is Akhanda Ekarasaha. Akhanda Ekarasaha indicates totally Sajatiya Vijatiya Swagata Veda Rahita. So, Akhandaha, well, there is no divisionless. Well, that shows there is no Sajatiya Vijatiya Veda. I am not going, all this Sajatiya Veda. So, Khanda is possible. The division is possible when there is a Sajatiya Veda. Vruksha Veda. Khanda is there. One Vruksha, other Vruksha. There is a division. There is a Veda difference. And also Vijatiya Veda naturally. The tree and the stone, division is there, difference is there. So Akhandaha, well, knocks out the two types of divisions. What? Sajatiya Vedaha and Vijatiya Veda. And Ekarasaha, homogeneous, whole. Means what? Eka and Rasaha. Eka, there is a one, but there is no one in the world. One body has many parts. And therefore, even one cell has many parts, right? Nucleus and this and that, and there is cell wall. And so what I'm saying is, what is one is not one. But when you use rasaha, eka rasaha means one homogeneous, means there is no internal division also. So that way, so this swagata veda rahita, one homogeneous whole in which everything is superimposed. You are that one homogeneous whole, pervading in and out everything. Don't try to see. If you try to see, you have created division. Okay? It's an object, you are subject. You are that. You appreciate that. I am the consciousness which is one division free whole. Purnam, Purnamada, Purnamida. So all the divisions, but I'm seeing many divisions, they are all superimposed on you. They are all superimposed on you. I don't like this word superimposed, frankly speaking. It's all your manifestation. The entire jagat of names and forms is your manifestation, the way water tells when all the waves are there. Water tells, I alone manifest in all the waves. Between the waves I am there, in the waves I am there, on the upper part of the waves I am there, and where waves are not there, I am there. So between objects, well, there is a division in terms of space, but the space itself is in consciousness. Therefore, the object itself with the space is in consciousness. Therefore, there is no division between space and consciousness. There is no division between object and you, the consciousness. Please understand it. If you feel that there is a division between me and the object, that will be in terms of space. But the entire space is non-separate from the consciousness. And therefore, the object in the space also is non-separate from the consciousness. And therefore, between you and any object in the world, including the space, there is no distance at all. What is the distance between wave and the water? No distance. Between two waves, there is a distance. Between one wave and the water and the other wave and water, there is no division. Between the two waves, there is also water. This is called whole. This is called whole. Frankly speaking, Advitiyam has to be understood as a whole. Not that one without second. Really, it is simply parrot repeating. You should appreciate yourself as a whole. But Swamiji, I am not able to appreciate. That's how I said in last Shivir in the camp. That please start with Sthula Sharira Atma Viveka for a length of time. Don't reach within 15 minutes to Brahman. You will not be able to appreciate such thing. Akhanda Ekarasa. So once you realize, not realize in terms of your understanding becomes clear that I am not this gross body. That clarity will definitely help you to appreciate you as a one whole. Because this identification with this, the I sense in this, a strong I sense in this, strong identification with the body will not allow you to appreciate wholeness. No. It is almost impossible. So anyway, Akhanda Ekarasaha, this Brahman, which is free from all the three types of division, Sajati, Vijati, Swagata, Vedharahita, Lakshitaha, implied by what? Anandadibihi, Asthuladibihi, etc. There are some positive gunas like Ananda, etc. Anando Brahmeti Vyajana, or Prajnanam Brahma, or Sadeva Somedamagra Asit, Ekameva Advitiyam, like that, or Asthuladibihi, Asthula Mananura, Somadirgam, etc. etc. So this Swarupa Guna definitely indicate Atma from a distance, from it's, they are just implied, they are not a part of it, etc. Remaining of it they reveal. So both this and Vyasacharya mentions in this Anandadi, etc. in 3.3.11, and this Asthuladi, etc. mentioned in 3.3.33 in the Brahma Sutra. And he mentions also that we have to do Gunopasamhara, because it is all revealing one thing only, that is Brahman, Nirguna Brahman. And therefore Gunopasamhara, whether it is positive or negative, you can combine all together. So Nirguna Atma is revealed in that way. Atra means in this kind of, in this Upasana. Atra means Asmin Vishaya. With regard to the Nirguna Brahma Upasana, that Nirguna Brahma, that Nirguna Brahma, which is revealed like this Anandadivihi, Asthuladivihi, which is Akhanda Ekarasaha, Soham Asmi, that Brahman is myself. I am Akhanda Ekarasaha, I am Ananda, etc. Or I am Asthalam, Ananu, etc. Soham Asmi iti evam upasate. Evam, in this manner it should be meditated upon. This Abhed Upasana should be done with all the gunas combined. You can combine Videya and Nishedya gunas together. And that is what even in the Sandhya Vandanam it is there. Then Brahmachari says Asavadityo Brahma, he does like that. Because it's Aditya Upasana. Gayatri Upasana we call. It's not that Gayatri Devi Upasana. That's a rose that is being created. It's Aditya Upasana actually. And therefore, Savitri Upasana. And in that it comes Asavadityo Brahma. This Aditya is a Brahman. Very good. Soham asmi, etc. Asavaditya Brahma, Tad Brahma aham asmi. Well, that Aditya which is Brahman, that Brahman is myself. So that is a Vedupasana. Because Sandhyavandanam Brahmachari does, he may not have this knowledge of Mahavakya. Oh, I am that Brahman, etc. He may not have, naturally. He is doing this Upasana. Sandhyavandanam has a Gayatri Upasana, etc. And therefore there if he is doing, that is a Vedupasana is there. It's not a Jnanam here. Anyway, so this is how it should be understood. And so in this 21 verses, between 53 to 73, he completed this topic. One topic is, there is Upasana is possible. Nirvana Brahma Upasana is possible. He has, he was confronted with another group of Vedanti, no, not anyone else, who does not believe in Nirvana Brahma Upasana. With that he had a discussion, etc. and he established that it is possible. And definitely what type of, in that Upasana what is to be done? There is a thought. Which type of thought? Well, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Anandosmi, Aham Asthulosmi, etc. Aham Akhanda Ekarasosmi, etc. So this is a Upasana. Well, that kind of a thought also is there. So Vidyaranya established that. Now, in verse 74, he is talking something different. A new topic starts from 74 to 122. And the verse I will tell you. So, yeah. Bodhopastyor visheshakah iti cheduchyate shunu vastutantro bhaved bodhah kartrutantram upasanam. Very beautiful topic is starting. Well, he said, yeah, we understood what Upasaka does, what kind of a vritti he has. Naturally, Upasana meditation has a vritti. And that vritti is, Aham Nirgunosmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Akhandosmi, etc., etc. That vritti will be there. We have understood that. But we would like to compare with the Jnani, who also says Aham Brahmasmi. This person also says Aham Brahmasmi. He also says Aham Brahmasmi. Then it is the same vritti. Then how will you differentiate between a Upasaka and this Jnani, or Upasana and Jnanam? Vrittis are the same. Jnanam also requires a vritti. There is no Jnanam without vritti. And therefore, ultimately, and there this Brahma Jnani has a what vritti? Same. Aham Akhandosmi, Aham Ekarasosmi, Aham Anandosmi. Same. And this person also says what? Aham Anandosmi. So ultimately, vritti is the same. Then still you say he is a Upasaka, he is a Jnani. Then we don't understand. How will you make a difference? That is the topic between 74 to 122. That there is a difference between Nirguna Brahma Upasana and Nirguna Brahma Jnana. Even though apparently looks both have the same type of vritti, residing in two different type of people, two different people. We don't find a difference because the vrittis are the same. Based on that you say one is Upasaka and other is Jnani. But vritti is the same. Aham Brahmasmi only ultimately. And therefore, we would like to know this difference between Jnana vritti and Upasana vritti. Bheda between these two. Or Jnani Upasaka Bheda, etc. So, the difference is in one's own evaluation. That's it. Even though same vritti is there, the evaluation of oneself is very different in both. Right? And that is he is going to say. And this, what is that? When someone, jnana, let's say first, the person has a jnana, right? They born of this teaching, etc. Then how will he look upon himself? Well, he will never say, I am a seeker. right? And, well, I'm a seeker, and then moksha is something in the future I'm going to gain it, etc. Well, and this jnanam is a sadhana, etc. He is not going to say that naturally. If he has a real jnanam born of this Mahavakya Vichara, what he will say? Mahavakya says Tattvamasi, or you are Brahman. What he will say? If he has a clear understanding, Aham Brahmasmi, right? Well, of course, Vritti Aham Brahmasmi, but he says that I am Brahman. He will say I am Brahman, and therefore I am free. Therefore I am no more a sadhaka. I am not a seeker. In fact, I was calling myself as a seeker. That was a joke. Yeah, because you call yourself as a seeker, and when you hear this, you are transformed from the seeker to Brahman. A limited thing becomes a limitless. That is never possible. Limited will remain limited. That is what life of becoming is, right? We all want to become big, big, big. And after becoming big, we still find limited. We never become the big. Nobody is becoming the big Brahman. And therefore, definitely, whatever you do, you can, if you say I was a sadhaka, now I am Brahman, that's it. That's still, the knowledge is not right. Knowledge has not yet dawned. Knowledge is, I was taking myself as a sadhaka. It was really a fun. I was not a sadhaka. I was unnecessary. Due to ignorance, I was taking myself as an individual. Why? But you can look upon yourself as a seeker. Yeah. When you look upon yourself as a seeker, then definitely seeker means what? Individual. Individual means what? Individual means what? Individual means what? A limited being identified with the body, mind, sense complex. Right? And therefore, that kind of an identification with the body, placing I sense in the body, mind, sense complex, was really ignorance. And therefore, body, mind, sense, everything is Brahman. Yeah, everything is Brahman. But you place I sense in one body, mind, sense complex, and then, well, definitely, working for the jnanam, this, etc. So you don't become Brahman. You give up that I sense in the body, mind, sense complex. That's it. That was due to born of a misunderstanding. In other words, we say, well, body, mind, sense complex are superimposed upon Atma, etc. Anyway, so that is, so therefore, he now understands that I was looking upon myself as an individual sadhaka, etc. was really a mistake. Was a mistake. So he feels a joke now. He was Brahman, but taking himself as a seeker. That was a thing. And therefore, I am not a sadhaka now. I understand that. And moksha was not a sadhya. Yeah, moksha was, I was, as a sadhaka, goal is away from me. I am still a seeker. And what you are seeking is away from you. That's also not there. And then what is left? Yeah, sadhana. Any sadhana. Jnanam is a sadhana. The vritti, jnana vritti is a sadhana. Aham Brahmasmi is a sadhana to gain knowledge. He found everything was joke. Everything was joke. And other sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, etc. was joke. Everything was joke. Well, sadhana chatushtaya sampatti Swamiji really, helps me in gaining moksha, which was not with me. That has transformed this seeker into a Brahman, etc. There, sadhana chatushtaya sampatti helped. No. Everything he understands as a joke. Once he has a clear understanding that I am Brahman, all these things which he was believing that I was a sadhaka, these are the sadhanam, the jnana vritti, or sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is a sadhanam, moksha is a sadhya, all was a joke. Sadhanam, sadhaka and sadhya, all turned joke. It was a joke to begin with, but I was very serious. I was looking upon myself as a sadhaka, sadhya is away from me, let me employ this means, etc. So all these things all was superimposed upon one Brahman. I was Brahman and I am Brahman and I will be Brahman. Other than that, whatever was there was simply a superimposition. And so to tally with even this kind of a superimposition, Vedanta out of compassion says that, well, there is a sadhan chatushtaya sampatti, and he presents sadhan chatushtaya sampatti, akshata shanto danto uparata stitikshu shraddha vitto bhutva atmanam eva atmani pashyati, etc. Wow. So samahito bhutva, shraddha vitto bhutva. So all these things, parikshalokan, karmachitan, brahmano, nivedamayat, etc. All this, when I am not a sadhaka itself, there is no more sadhan chatushtaya sampatti, there is no more relevance of, no more relevant means of sadhan chatushtaya sampatti, well, etc. Is, now he understands. That is jnani. That is jnani. Then who is upasaka? Definitely. He says, I am a upasaka. Ho gaya. And I am doing this upasana for what? For gaining moksha. That right now you are free. You do not do all this. What are you talking? I am not Brahman. Well, I will gain Brahmajnana and then I will become free. Right now I am upasaka. Doing this Nirguna Brahma upasana, Aham Brahmasmi, that I am doing. And therefore, definitely, he doesn't look upon himself as Brahman. Otherwise, where is the question of upasana? So the difference between the two, one also having Aham Brahmasmi, other also is Aham Brahmasmi, says, well, for one person, right, frankly speaking, Aham Brahmasmi, suppose he is doing, if he clearly knows that I am Brahman, and still he says Aham Brahmasmi, etc. Suppose Jnani repeats, he is just repeat for entertainment. Yeah, he is just repeating for entertainment because he has, it is not a sadhanam for him. He knows that I am Brahman. Therefore, he did not have to say I am Brahman, etc. In any piece of knowledge, you never repeat. Once you gain jnana, you never repeat. It may be 2 plus 2, 4. You have to repeat 2 plus 2, 4, 2 plus 2, 4, 2 plus 2, 4. No. Once you gain jnana, and suppose if you say 2 plus 2, 4, you know 2 plus 2 is 4. But suppose you say right now 2 plus 2, 4. It's entertainment. So, the big difference between the upasaka and the jnani, well, one says that's the means, Aham Brahmasmi I have to do. Then only I will be removing my obstacles and I will gain jnanam, I will be able to understand Mahavakya and then I will become free. So for him it's a real means. For this person it is not means at all. Means is a joke. This upasaka looks at himself as an individual. Right? Upasaka, he says. He will not say sadhaka, suppose. It's an individual. He says, I am not a sadhaka at all. I am not a seeker of moksha. I am Brahman. Jnani says. Moksha is sadhya. In future, the upasaka says, no, I am not free. I will become free. I will do all these things and do shravanam, dhyasana, etc. And I will become free. So it's a sadhya. Moksha is sadhya. This person says moksha is not a sadhya at all. Moksha is siddha. There is no moksha other than me. There is nothing free other than me. All the names and forms are time bound and space bound and attribute wise bound. I am free. All these are, all the limited jagat which is there in time, place and attributes is superimposed upon me. I am in all these forms and everything, and yet transcend all that. Immanent in all the three, immanent in entire jagat and transcend also. Transcend in terms of reality. The way water says, well, I transcend all the waves. Means, in order to be just wave or in order to be myself, I am not dependent upon any name and form. That's called transcendence. And therefore, I am present in all of them, in and through everywhere, content of everything, truth of every wave. But at the same time, I transcend also. And therefore, to be just water, to be just myself, I don't require anything. I am self-existent, self-revealing. They are not self-existent, self-revealing. They are all my manifestations, etc. So that way, this jnani, well, has this kind of a thing. So it's a big difference in terms of a Nirguna Brahma jnanam and Nirguna Brahma upasana, or Nirguna Brahma upasaka and this Brahma jnani. Well, there is a big difference between them. Right? And then further we will see on Friday. Oh. पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।